I'm ruining your perfect Bakrid holiday. You have to come to college. So I want to make sure when you leave this conference seminar that you take away some bits and pieces of how did I travel, like my journey from a small village, Latur, that's in Nanded district, to Dallas. Again, when I look at you, probably 10 years back, I was like you, sitting there, listening to many presentations, getting bored, feeling sleepy. I will not try to do that. So I want to make this a two-way communication. I'm going to ask you questions and I want you to answer them loudly. Can you say yes? Yes. Thank you. Before that, I would like to again thank you note to Mr. Ajit, who has given me this chance, Mr. Shivajirao Patil, because he has put together this great infrastructure for you guys. I'm very impressed. When he was in States, we have seen many institutes, and his question always, what can I learn from America? Why America is such a great country? Why we look up to them? Learn from them and do it in this institute. So I would like to take a moment and I would like to clap for him, for his great work, for his great vision. And I truly believe in his vision. So, historically, itihas. History is my favorite subject. And if the history is about my family, it's interesting. So, going back a few hundred years back, my great grandfather, I'm told that he was a great man. He was a short, but his actions, his great deeds made him very tall. People, not only in my village, from surrounding areas, looked up to him. I'm told that he owned in his time thousands of acres of land. Fast forward, this moment, not this moment, 1981. There is nothing special about that year except I was born. And I'm born into an economically struggling Indian family. I should say economically struggling farmer family. You all know plight of Indian farmers, right? So, why am I telling you this, right? That's the question. So, I want to highlight 2 generations before, we were a wealthy family. After 2 generations, we are economically struggling family. What happened? Right? That's a question I keep asking myself. Right? It's like this. So, there is a lesson that I learned from that. You see a broken fort, right? So each and every generation in the line has to contribute to family's wealth and name. Then only the family will be prosperous all the time. So that is a lesson that I want to share with you. You are the current generation. Don't think about your district. You have to work hard and make your family's name great. You find ways of doing that. You be creative, you write novels, to do something great, and you can see that your family's name is, that it will be glowing. So that's one story I wanted to share with you. And that's the lesson. Each generation must contribute to family's name and birth. And I want to underline that the name comes first before birth. So you have to earn the name, you have to do good things, money will follow. In my school days, both teachers and parents, they kept telling me that I have to do good. Sometimes they discipline me, you know how. Do you know how your parents or teacher discipline you? Yes? Okay. And in Marathi, what do we say? Chadi lage cham cham, vidyaki ganga. Right? Does that work? I don't know. It did not work for me. Up to 8th standard, I was an average student. Right? Nobody would take my name. Nobody would say, Kishor sir ka abhyas kar. But I was not idle. Like I was out, I will be playing. Right? And I'm very glad that school did not require me to sign the mark memo to the parents, so that I could just, not tell them how did I do in my exams. Because those numbers were not great to share, right? And many times I wondered that why, parents or teacher, keep disciplining. Why don't they just let me play? Like why? Why this? But now, fast forward to this present moment, आता ह्या क्षणी मला वाटतं की त्यांनी का केलं असं? त्यांनी कदाचित माझ्या रागावला असेल, मला मारलं असेल. तर मला कळतं की त्यांनी का केलं. मला आता कळतं इट वॉज देअर लव्ह. त्यांचं माझ्यावर जे प्रेम होतं. त्यांची इच्छा होती की मी आयुष्यामध्ये काहीतरी करावं. They want to see me succeed. And I am confident that is the only reason they did what they did. So, from bottoms of my heart, I am very thankful to them that they did what they did. It's not pleasant, right? Do we all agree? No? But that is a necessary medicine. Even if it is that we need to take. Next slide. So this is a picture from a movie. I really love this movie. And the caption says, when you are screwing up and nobody says anything to you anymore, that means they have given up on you. याचा अर्थ असा होतो की कधी तुम्ही जर एखादी चूक करत असाल, अभ्यास करत असाल, पिक्चर भरपूर बघत असाल आणि तुम्हाला जर कोणी म्हणत नसेल की तू चूक करतेस म्हणून, तर ती चांगली गोष्ट नाही. ती फार चुकीची गोष्ट आहे. कारण त्या लोकांनी तुमच्यावरची आशा सोडलेली आहे. म्हणून important lesson that I want to share with you is listen to your parents, respect your teachers. They are your well-wishers. Really listen to them. They are here for you. Do you guys agree? No? Yes? Louder is. So, we just talked about that our parents want to succeed in our life. आपल्या सगळ्यांना वाटतं जे आपले शुभेच्छुक असतात आपण यशस्वी व्हावं. पण आपण त्यांना विचारलंय का की यशस्वी व्हावं म्हणजे नेमकं काय करावं? तर I want to request all of you, each one of you in the room, and think what success means to you. If you have a piece of paper and pen, write it down. That what success means to you. At what point you will declare to the world that you are successful. So I will give you 45 seconds. Let me know when you are done with it. Are you done? Yes? Thank you. So, I was just sharing my up to 8th standard not so great story. I believe in magic. So, in 9th standard, somehow, I don't know how, I topped my division. Maybe others didn't do well. But that helped me to have the feeling. If you do good, what is that feeling? Like you feel proud of yourself. तुम्हाला तुमचा स्वतःचा अभिमान वाटतो. तुम्ही जर एखादी चांगली गोष्ट केला आणि त्या अभिमानाचं व्यसन जे आहे ॲडिक्शन ते फार स्ट्रॉंग आहे. Once you get addicted to success, you always want to succeed in anything that you do. Maybe it is topping the class, maybe in sports, or anything, in any competition where there is like number 1, number 2. You always try hard to be the number 1. You have to try. So there is an interesting story, most of you know, that one person kept praying God, please let me win this lottery this time. He did it for 10 years. Finally God appeared, said, पहले लॉटरी का टिकट तो खरीद. So before you try for that top spot, you have to try, right? Which I did. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I did well in my studies. I got good mark. I got good mark because I studied hard, right? Can we get anything in life without hard work? Yes or no? No? Louder. That's what it says. If you want to succeed, exam, sport, anything that you do, you have to do what? What do you will do? Stay hard work. So you see little ant carrying what, 5 or 6 biscuits. We have seen ant carrying more than their body weight. Yes? Right? And they do that because they want to spend a comfortable winter or summer. Winter. So there is no substitute for hard work. You got to study hard and then pray. Not pray. It is not the other way. Hard work comes first and then the prayer. Any prayer is not going to help. एक छटा साका वाट तो पास हुए. So we talked about importance of hard work, how it is critical. So I want you to take another 45 seconds and write down what do you think. So whatever definition of success you have, I want you to write what do you need to be success. तुम्ही जे सक्सेसची व्याख्या लिहिली आहे, तो सक्सेस मिळवण्यासाठी तुम्हाला काय हवंय? पैसा हवाय, वेळ हवाय, मार्गदर्शन हवंय, ते तुम्ही तुमच्या त्या सक्सेसच्या व्याख्येखाली घ्या. I will give you another 45 seconds. आणि हे हा जो तुम्ही लिहिणार आहे ते तुमच्यासोबत राहणार आहे. हे कोणाला दाखवायची गरज नाही, तुमची कॉपी आहे. Done? You guys might be wondering that this forum, this techno forum, was supposed to share information technology knowledge. And we are talking about success. So you might be thinking that I prepared a wrong speech. Or I forgot. The सर्व काय बोलायचं होतं. Whatever we are talking about is very important in any field that you want to succeed, not only information technology. That is the reason we are talking about very basic things, what success is, what is important for success. And then we will talk about information technology specific and how these things, success and the factors or critical pillars needed to succeed in information technology. So before you do anything or you are asked to do anything, you need to really ask yourself if this is what you want to do. Right now you are doing Polytechnics. So is that what really you want? Is that what you want to really do? Do you really like the field? Yes? And you need to have a clarity. The minute you took admission here, you need to ask and think, what is my next step of action? Your next step of action is going to be after how many years? The minute you get out of this college, you need to do something. You will join the job or you will pursue higher studies, engineering, yes? But before that, you need to have clarity in your mind. What do you want to do? Next slide. So that's the next lesson. Make sure ladder is leading the way is the right wall. तुम्हाला दुसरीकडे जायचं होतं, तुम्ही ladder दुसरीकडे लावला, परत उतरला, काय म्हणा, परत एकदा परत यावं लागेल. So always think what you are doing, why you are doing, And do you want to do it? In my case, I was very clear I want to do engineering. Biology never interested me. Because I had that clarity in my plus 2, 12th standard, I opted for electronics option. So I never bothered about building my biology group. I focused only on math, physics, chemistry, math. If I was to be confused, I'm not sure if I want to be engineer or doctor. If I did take the general course, I had to study, I would have had to study both biology and mathematics. But because it was very clear to my mind that I never wanted to pursue doctor as a career path, I do respect doctors. My sister is one of the doctors. But for me, engineering always appealed. So that is one example I want to share with you where having clarity. So my ladder was always leaning that is the right wall. But there may be examples that you are not clear. That like happened with me when I had to select my branch. Do I want to be a mechanical engineer? Do I want to be a chemical engineer? Too many options created confusion. So options create confusion. So I trusted my instincts. I said, computer looks magical. So let me select computer engineering. I was not sure if the ladder is leading to the right wall. But I trusted my gut feeling, I trusted my knowledge. I asked around well wishers. Everyone said computer looks attractive. And I chose computers. And that did wonders to my career. That really helped me to basically, the reason I'm standing here is because of me choosing computer engineering. Right? Because my career choice and informational technology boom, they were aligned with each other. No way I'm saying other branches are less value or anything. And software industry is like God. The industry accepts everyone. It doesn't say that you are from mechanical, so you are not allowed. So, you could complete your graduation in any branch and be part of software magic world. So, for you guys, it's an open world. It's one like, someone does civil engineering and he wants to be a mechanical field. Little tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but someone doing civil can very well get into computer engineering or information technology. Next slide. So this is another important lesson that I want to share with you. So when I was sharing my brand selection story, I could not tell that time if that is the right choice or wrong choice. Right? I wouldn't have known. And this goes back to when I was saying that there will be instances where you will not have mental clarity. So that's where it helps. So this is quote by Steve Jobs. Do you know who Steve Jobs is? Yes, no? No? I can't hear you. Okay. This is a very famous quote. He says, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. आजपासून पुढच्या 5 वर्षात काय होणार आहे मला माहिती नाही. पण मी काही निर्णय घेणार आहे. माझ्याकडे जेवढी माहिती आहे त्या माहितीच्या अनुसार मी काही निर्णय घेणार आहे आणि कुठल्या तरी एका शक्तीवर मी विश्वास करणार आहे, माझ्या बुद्धिमत्तेवर किंवा ज्याने तुम्ही मला मार्गदर्शन केलेलं आहे ते निर्णय घेण्यासाठी, की तो निर्णय चांगला आहे आणि मी पूर्ण 100% मी माझी एनर्जी लावून त्या निर्णयाला पूर्ण करण्याचा. तर तो जो निर्णय आहे तो म्हणजे डॉट आहे. आता मी जर मागे वळून बघितलं माझ्या भूतकाळामध्ये, हो मला 12वीला चांगले मार्क पडले, मी रिजनल इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेजला गेलो, कम्प्युटर डिग्री घेतली, मला सॉफ्टवेअरमध्ये जॉब मिळाला, मी अमेरिकेला गेलो. किती सोपं वाटतं सगळं. पण पुढच्या 10 वर्षामध्ये काय होणार आहे, कुठले बदल होणार आहे ते आपल्याला माहिती आहे का? त्यामुळे नेहमी भूतकाळात शिकायचं आणि भविष्य काळामध्ये त्याचा वापर करायचा निर्णय घेण्यासाठी, आणि मग देवावर विश्वास ठेवायचा किंवा कुणावर विश्वास ठेवायचा की सगळं तुमच्या मदतीला येईल. शाहरुख खानचा डायलॉग वाटतो का? Influence my career. Very important. You need to be in the right company with the right people. So my parents were very good influence. They always encouraged, even though there were money problems, anything, but they hid all those problems from me. The only task I was assigned to study and get good marks. That is a good influence. During my +2, 12th, I joined a private coaching class that was run by Mr. Nagar sir. And that was the only private tuition class I joined. And I'm going to reveal one secret. I did not join that class for math education. I was good at it. I joined that class because he was a very good influence, very learned man. He knew all the career paths, what is good, what is bad. He introduced me to Regional Engineering College. So that was one of the defining moments in my education. When I told my parents, my relatives, that I am going to go for Regional Engineering College, and out of their love, they said, no, it's far, it's risky. We asked around, me and my friends, and in my town, there were many people, learned people, advised, Jaunaka, Ragi Karo. So we were confused that here is one man whom we trust, and he is saying that it is correct. And another important thing that he said was, "Tumhala 7th semester मध्ये नोकरी लागली." And that was a very appealing, that was a big attraction for me. That I am going to get a job in one of India's renowned companies in 7th semester. I could not conclude based on the negative feedback that I received if I want to go back or not, if I want to go or not. But the appeal of a premium institute and the job, I put away the fear and I joined the college. We talked about one of the important critical pillars of success, working hard. I worked hard, I studied hard. And to my surprise, in the 7th semester, like that is final year first semester, I was hired by Patil computers. So what my sir told, that came true. So I was one of the very few, because 2001 was a very bad time. You all remember 9/11. US economy was down, all that story. So that is where it comes about connecting the dots. Like I trusted that going to that college will help me and everything will work out. Obviously I had blessings and well wishes from my parents, my mama, mommy. They helped me a lot. So that turned out to be a good story. I love my job. I love software programming. That always fascinated me. की समोर एक डब्बा आहे, त्याला कीबोर्ड आहे, माऊस आहे, काहीतरी टाईप करायचं, कंपायलर आणि रन करायचं आणि काहीतरी एक मॅजिकल गोष्ट आहे. किती जणांनी प्रोग्रामिंग केली आहे, सॉफ्टवेअर प्रोग्रामिंग हा प्रकार. It's okay. You will do it one point of time, one or the other point of time. So let me try to describe that feeling then. Is all the software programs are written in a language, right? So we speak in Marathi, I'm speaking English. So there is a computer language. You write a program, you give certain instructions, and computer does the work for you. So you might have seen that it opens door on the push-up button. I think everyone will know this. ATM use of money. Do you know that? That's a software program. So that's the magic. It always fascinated me. And another important part of software programming is all about puzzle solving, problem solving. So all that things excite me. If I solve a problem, that gives me feeling, right, in a day. If I solve a couple of problems, it gives me a feeling that I did something right. Right? There will be jobs where you have to wait for a week to see the results. Right? But computer industry is instant gratification. तुम्ही काहीतरी करा, काहीतरी दिसतं, काहीतरी करा, काहीतरी दिसतं. तुम्हाला लगेच फीडबॅक मिळतो. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही तुमच्या कामाला यू लाईक इट, यू लव्ह इट, ते तुम्हाला काम वाटेल का? मग असं होईल. मला रोज सकाळी उठल्यानंतर ऑफिसला जायची इच्छा होती. कारण मला माहिती आहे, ही माझ्या ऑनेस्ट फिलिंग्स आहेत. मी विद्यार्थ्यासमोर आहे म्हणून असं काही बोलत नाही. बट आय लव्ह माय जॉब बिकॉज इट इज चॅलेंजिंग. At the end of the day, it gives me a good feeling about myself that I solved those big problems. It does help company as well, right? That is why I am employed there. But the job is for me. It is to give me a satisfaction that I am doing something. That's why it is important. You choose a job. Now, like we have students from different disciplines, right? Mechanical, civil. So if you like mechanical job, then do it. Don't go to software field because there is more money or there are more opportunities. Because you spend like 5 years or 6 years, and if you really don't like, you will not get that satisfaction. When you start your job, you will think that I will join a software company and start earning money. Any job will give you money if you are doing good. So, always find what you like. If you don't know what you like, that is also possible. You are confused, I don't know. Then take your time. Try different fields. Maybe work in software for a couple of years and then go back. So, do you want to be like her? Yes, okay, thank you. So, you have a definition of success, your own definition of success. You know what needs to be done to succeed. Yes? Yes? Let's talk about software industry. So this is a broad classification. Now this is technical, boring. Sorry about that. So information technology is very vast. It's like very vast. So if someone says that I want to travel to USA or America, it has no value to me unless he says that I want to travel to Dallas or Boston. Specifics. So broadly you can classify information technology industry into two categories: software, hardware. I don't know anything about hardware, so that's why you see just one isolated block. Software, I classified software into based on companies. So all the software companies are divided in a broadly two categories. One is services companies, like Infosys, TCS. They provide services to other companies and they charge some money. Product companies. Product companies are companies who make real products and sell it to customers. So Fidelity. So we have TCS working for us. So Fidelity is a product. They have certain products. And services, they help us with and charge us. Fidelity. So any software company may be a product or services. Now we are talking about careers. So let's say you want to be in software industry. That's what you like to do. Then you need to decide that if you want to be a tester, a developer, an analyst, and project manager. Do you have any idea what are these? What do they do? Yes, no? No? So testers are people who test the software application. Let's talk about a bank. So the bank wants to computerize themselves. They buy a product from Fidelity. So before Fidelity gives that product to bank, Fidelity wants to make sure that the product is good, that there are no defects, that if I transfer some money into Goresal's account, it really goes to Goresal's account. It is critical, right? Yes, no? So these people, they taste that application. If that application does what it says it will do, transferring money. Developers are the one who really develop that product. They use the different technologies like Java, .NET, and these are not the only technologies. Those are available for programming. There are many, but these are the important ones. Analysts. These are the people who tell developers what needs to be developed. So they tell the developer that I want a feature or functionality where Kishor wants to transfer me into Gorecha. Right? That's a function. एक काम आहे ते काम कसं व्हावं त्याचं रिटर्न स्पेसिफिकेशन ते पेपरवर डेव्हलपरला देतात. आणि प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजर साखरे सरासारखा मॅनेजेस द एंटायर शो. टेस्ट करतायत का बरोबर, डेव्हलपर बरोबर डेव्हलप करतायत का झोपलेत, आणि अॅनालिस्ट बरोबर रिक्वायरमेंट घेतात का. म्हणजे बेसिकली त्यांना जे काही हवं या तिघांना ते सगळं प्रोव्हाइड करण्याचं. आणि टाईमलाईन म्हणजे बँकेला प्रोडक्ट 6 महिन्यात हवा आहे, इम्पॉर्टंट. कारण दिवाळीच्या दिवशी बँकेला ओपन करायचं. जर दिवाळीच्या दिवशी बँक ओपन झालेली सॉफ्टवेअर मिळालं नाही म्हणून नंतर झालं तर बँकेचा लॉस आहे. म्हणून प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजरचं काम आहे की टाईम मॅनेज होते का व्यवस्थित, टाईममध्ये डिलिव्हरी होईल का. आणि हे जे टेस्टर, डेव्हलपर, अनालिसिस हे लोक काम करतात. हे रोल झालं. TCS मध्ये मागच्या वीकमध्ये 2,60,000 इंजिनियर्स आहेत. 2,60,000. आणि ते इंजिनियर्स ह्या चारपैकी काम करतात. एक तर ते टेस्टर आहेत, डेव्हलपर आहेत, अनालिस्ट आहेत किंवा प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजर आहेत. डिफरंट लेवल. कारण कंपनीचा जो CEO आहे तो सुद्धा एक प्रोजेक्ट मॅनेजर आहे. त्याला त्याच्या खालचे सगळे लोक कामं व्यवस्थित करतात का नाही ते बघायचं. टेस्टिंग मध्ये 2 पार्ट असतात. मॅन्युअल टेस्टिंग ज्याच्यामध्ये खरंच कोणीतरी बसतं कम्प्युटरवर आणि पैसे ट्रान्सफर करू बघतात, पैसे ट्रान्सफर झालेत का. आणि ऑटोमेटेड म्हणजे कम्प्युटराइज. So there is a computer who takes all this feature. And how do you develop that computer is you program. So for that also you need a tester, developer, analyst and project manager. So anything you want computers to do, you need to develop a product. Next slide. I am very influenced by Steve Jobs. I love his philosophy. I love what he says. And I really love his quote. If today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? आज जर माझा शेवटचा दिवस आहे या जगामध्ये तर मी आता जो पिक्चर बघतोय तो खरंच पिक्चर बघायचा आहे मला, तर मला कोणाला तरी फोन करून बोलायचं. ड्रामॅटिक एक्झाम्पल आहे. Why it is important? Many times you get inertia. You just keep doing what you do every day. You get up in the morning, you go to job, you do job, you come back, you are tired, you feel sleepy. Next day same routine.